All of us, I'm joined by Illinois Democratic Congressman Krishnamoorthi. He's a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, thank you, Ali. Great to be here.
How do you measure this? What's the most important issue in your mind? There are a lot of reasons why people voted in a majority Democratic House, some of which have to do with investigations, some of which have to do with tax returns, some of which have to do with the economy, some of which have to do with values. Where do you put your emphasis?
I think that the American people wanted the Democrats to be in charge of the House for two reasons. One, to hold the White House accountable and the administration accountable, especially for all these ethics lapses, the rampant self-dealing and corruption that's taking place at the agencies. But also they wanted us to get something done and hopefully work with the other side on certain issues like prescription drug price reform or infrastructure investment. So I think we have to do both, but from the oversight standpoint, we have to definitely hold the White House accountable at this point.
What's your biggest priority in terms of holding the White House accountable from the oversight perspective?
A couple things. One is for the last 2 years, I've been beating the drum on the issue of security clearances and how they've been handed out willy-nilly like hotcakes to all kinds of people who shouldn't have them. One person in particular is Jared Kushner with tremendous financial vulnerabilities. He should not have top security clearance, and yet he does have top secret security clearance today. Another issue is just the rampant corruption throughout the agencies, from Secretary Price to Administrator Pruitt and now Secretary Zinke. We're hearing about ethical lapses left and right, and it appears that the White House is condoning them, given that they haven't taken any action on them.
So the way it's happened for the last 2 years is there have been these ethical lapses or these conflicts of interest, and we cover them in the press, and maybe one day on a Friday the president gets rid of somebody or somebody retires or resigns. How will it be different with Democrats in control of these House committees?
I think we will definitely be performing our constitutional oversight duty. That means holding hearings. That means potentially using the subpoena power to get access to documents and various pieces of information that have been hidden from our view. Ali, we're just trying to bring some transparency to the process right now, and I think that Democrats holding the subpoena power will be able to bring some of that sunlight that's very much needed across the agencies.
The president tweeted today, because markets are down, they've come back a little bit, but he tweeted, "The prospect of presidential harassment by the Dems is causing the stock market big headaches." What do you make of that?
Well, I think we call it oversight. He thinks it's harassment. I think that it has nothing. The markets have nothing to do with the Democrats trying to hold the White House and the administration accountable. I think that they have to turn over information and various documents and other pieces of information that are important for our oversight duty, and we intend to get access to that information.
Congressman, good to talk to you. Thank you for joining me, Congressman
Thank you, Ali.